Here's an example of an API, a use case of an API, just a high-level description. I used this example in the previous video that I created, right? So if you want to build an app that uses some kind of map functionality, right? You want to build a real estate app like Zillow, or you want to create an app like Uber or an Airbnb, where you want to focus on selling something or building something or renting something like a real estate, but you need a map. Your application needs a map. So you don't want to create the map yourself. So you would make an API request to Google Maps to get all the information about a map, a city, a country, or anything like that. So your app not only does it make an API call to Google Map, it could make an API call to different sources for different information. In this schematic that I have here, your app is going to make an API call to Google Maps, get the map information itself. Then let's say you need some kind of population data about a specific city. Then you're going to make an API call to another service or another product or another software that has information about city population or city, some kind of government, or if you need information about who are the leaders of that city, there might be some API you're going to call that. There might be another service that you need some kind of information that you're going to call to get information. For example, you need weather information for that city. You're going to make an API call to Google Maps that will give you the map. Then you're going to make an API call to the weather service, some kind of service that gives you weather information, right? Then you make that API call. So by chaining a lot of different API calls, you just focus on the core functionality of your app and you just use an existing functionalities from other people. Some APIs could be free, some APIs could be paid. A lot of times people build software, build some kind of functionality, and they expose the API so other people can use them and they pay for it. Every time they call your service, they pay for it. Like AI, for example, these days, right? OpenAI, if you want to build something using AI, you just use their APIs. You don't have to invent AI itself. They already created an AI and they exposed an API for it. So you're just going to send a request to them with whatever you're trying to do. They send you a response and you pay for that. Depending on, there's a lot of ways they can charge you, but how much information you exchange, like there's just a way to calculate all of that. But how much information you exchange, based on that, you pay for that, right? So that's just a quick example of high-level example of APIs. And I'm going to create a bunch of other videos that shows real APIs. Like the next video, for example, is just going to be an e-commerce API that I'm going to show examples. So make sure you follow. All I do is create educational content in this channel.